Hello, let us figure out what is BIOS and how it is different from UEFI in this presentation. BIOS is basically a set of instructions responsible for booting our system. When we switch on the system, some basic tests will be conducted and this set of tests will declare whether the system is ready for loading the operating system or not. And these tests are collectively known as POST, Power On Self-Test. All knows BIOS is present in the motherboard of a computer. There is a ROM memory that is placed by the manufacturer that contains the BIOS. To be more specific, the EROM memory will contain the BIOS setup utility. And at the time of power on, the configuration details that will be collected from an associated memory known as complementary metal oxide semiconductor RAM memory. So all the details on the hard disk, monitor, etc. will be present in the CMOS RAM memory, and they will be audited by the BIOS setup utility program. To enter into the BIOS setup utility, after the power on, in most of the system, we have to press on the key F2. In certain other system, it may be different. So when F2 key is pressed, we get a window with 7 options as is shown in the screen right now. And by moving the arrow left or right arrow or up or down arrow, we can select any item in the menu that is listed on the screen. By the way, what is UEFI? UEFI is basically a graphical user interface that comes as a replacement for the BIOS. If we are accessing a system that has UEFI, this is the interface we are going to come across. So we can make use of a mouse to make the selection no more left or right or up or down arrows. An input device such as mouse can be used for making the desired selections. And if we wish to make USB as our first boot device, select boot configuration from the screen, click the checkbox to enforce your selection, and after making the selection, press upon yes to record your settings into the memory. And this is the fundamental difference between BIOS and UEFI, basically meant for the same function, and the difference lies in the user interface it offers. This is the detailed procedure for accessing your BIOS configuration screen. Switch on the system, press the right key to enter the BIOS setup, then use the arrow keys left, right or up or down to pick up the desired selection. And if you do not want to enforce the changes, press escape key and come out of the BIOS setup utility. Instead, if you want to save the changes that we have introduced, press upon F10 or save and exit option. So if you want to repeat, you go back to the step number 3 again and continue making your next selection. So this is how we can make use of BIOS setup program for giving the desired configuration settings. And we have tried to compare BIOS with the UEFI utility also. Hope all of you have understood. Thank you.